What is up? It's me, the ALE Prince, and I'm here to do a wrestling video on a specific wrestler that none of us have ever seen wrestle yet up to this point. His name is Gable Steveson. Gable Steveson is an Olympic gold medalist. He was kicking ass in the Olympics. It was a great showing, and he's basically dreamed of being in professional wrestling, more particularly the WWE. And that's a great accomplishment, to say the least. Like, you are a big name and you go win the Olympics. That is super impressive. And you know what? Kudos to him. He's gonna show off, and he's gonna show out what a great performer he is. And the biggest question I have is, where are we gonna go with him? Uh, there's no rumors of when he's going to debut. There's nothing, no story out there, and I have suggested that he should have started at NXT and then work his way up to the main roster, but you know what? Fuck that. I think Gable Steveson, with the name recognition that he has, he could go places now. Um, Ronda Rousey. Oh, trust me, Ronda Rousey was way too good to go to fucking NXT. But she proved us wrong. We thought she was gonna be sloppy or too dangerous to work with, and it turns out that she ended up being one of the greatest in-ring competitors in professional wrestling. Like, she was done with UFC, and then she came to WWE and kicked ass, and even was one of the first three women to headline WrestleMania. Now, uh, where does Gable Steveson land on this? Already people like him. Already people are behind what he could do, and people are excited to see what he was going to bring to the table. The question is, how do you work him into the WWE? It's hard because the automatic thing that people are gonna say is that they're going to book him exactly like Kurt Angle, and I gotta say, do not do that. Obviously, he's gonna have a similar style to Kurt Angle because of his Olympic background. I mean, he's pretty much going to be what Chad Gable should be right now. The question is, how do you bring him now? He's already beloved by the fans. No one's seen him wrestle, but people are loving him, and It's rare to see someone get this much attention and love this quickly, and I'm really happy that that's going on. Like, no one has seen this guy wrestle in a professional wrestling ring. I mean, they've seen him, of course, in the and like real like wrestling style, and yeah, he has every right to like be where he's at right now, and I really want him to debut as a babyface. The question is, how do we keep him a babyface? Now, he shook Bobby Lashley and MVP's hand. It looks like he is going to either join the Hurt Business 2.0, or he is going to maybe even start a feud with Bobby Lashley heading into WrestleMania 38. Because the rumor is that it's going to be Roman, Drew, and Brock at WrestleMania. And then uh, the WWE title picture, I don't know what the hell is going to be. It could be Seth and Big E for all I know. I really don't know what the hell is a WWE Championship picture is going to look like. We have suggested that it should have been Bobby Lashley wins the day one, Brock wins the Rumble, goes on to face Bobby Lashley, and from there you do that. And do Roman and The Rock, or Roman and McIntyre, whatever is available. That is if The Rock is available. Let's just keep that in mind. But if The Rock is available, do not miss this opportunity. Rock, stop fucking around. Just like say no or yes or whatever. But um, if The Rock is available at WrestleMania 38, Gable Steveson has to have a big showing match. In I don't know about putting him in the mid card. Like, if there's any place that you could debut Gable Steveson, it's gotta be the Royal Rumble. I mean, that's the only logical way I could see him starting. Like, he maybe makes an announcement next week on Raw and says that people have been, I have been waiting for this debut. I was lucky enough for the WWE to let me finish school, but now it's time to do my dream and be a professional wrestler. And I'll debut at the Royal Rumble, and then that could be a great start. You see training montages and like video packages of Gable Steveson and what he can do. He has a great showing. Maybe he doesn't make it quite to the final four, but he has a great showing. He could be like number 5 or 6, and then that could be a great showing. Or he could even have his first match on the first Raw of 2022. Either way, I'm happy, but I want to keep him as a baby face and then eventually work his way to a big marquee match at WrestleMania. Now, he is the Olympic gold medalist. It's natural that he's on Raw, and it's also natural that he goes up against the United States champion, Damian Priest, who is recently turning heel, and that would be kind of cool. Damian Priest versus Gable Steveson, and then work his way eventually to the main event. If a long time ago I made a video of who's likely to get the WrestleMania 40 moment. I said Ricochet, I said Big E, I said Mustafa Ali, I said fuck, I even said Drew Gulak. I don't know what the hell I was smoking. But if anybody is likely to have that moment, it's probably going to be Gable Steveson. I'm calling it right now. WrestleMania 40, Gable Steveson will have his big moment similar to Bret Hart, Benoit and Eddie, and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania's 10, 20, and 30. WrestleMania 40, more than likely, is going to be Gable Steveson in that spot. And I'm okay with that. I actually think that could be a great spot. And that's how cool it is that, we're all excited for this man to debut, and we all say that he's going to be the next face of the WWE. And that's awesome that everybody's behind this guy, and we haven't even seen a match. But the thing that scares me is that they are going to fuck him up as a baby face. I think he needs to be not quite an underdog, but he also needs to like kind of like embrace what he is. Like we don't know if he's a great mic worker. Who knows? But and you can book him like Brock Lesnar in the sense that Brock Lesnar never won an IC, US, or even tag team belt for that matter. He was always at the top, but think about it. He demolished everybody from March, April, May, June, July, August, 6 months, and he finally won the WWE Championship. And then he stayed in that picture for those 2 years, and then he came back, beat the streak, and then became world champion once again. He's been a 3-time Universal Champion. Brock Lesnar is probably the biggest draw they got right now outside of Roman Reigns, Edge, and to an extent Randy Orton. So there's ways that Gable Steveson could get up there with those names, and I'm pretty sure that's the main goal that they have. The question is, do you turn him heel immediately? I mean, he shook Bobby Lashley's hands. For all we know, he's gonna be the one fighting Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania 38, which could be a cool match. I'm not gonna lie, that actually sounds kind of cool. Gable Steveson versus Bobby Lashley. But the question is, who goes over? Do you really want Gable Steveson to get that big push right away, win the the match, and already beat a former WWE champion, and then the crowd could easily boo or cheer him. The reaction could be all over the place for all we know, because we still don't know what kind of person he is. Like we don't want to push him right away to the big top if the kind of crowds we get. Um, then again, I have to talk to the crowd. The crowd needs to really put their eyes on this guy, and like if they really want this guy to be the next face of the WWE, then really don't fuck this up. Uh, Another thing that I could see happen, like I said, he could be in the United States Championship picture against Damian Priest. And the good part about that is that you could be the. It doesn't matter if he's the face or the heel. There's still time to develop him further down the road once he loses that belt, possibly until SummerSlam or Survivor Series, or hell, he could even hold it for a whole year for all we know. There's talks that they want somebody to break the longest running U.S. Title record, and that could be a great way to put him up there because you could either make him the workhorse champion or you could be that that badass that can't lose. Whatever you do, do not make him a coward chicken shit heel. That is the last thing you want to make this guy. I mean, he's a big dude. He's ripped. Like he's not someone you want to make a fucking coward. Imagine if Roman Reigns fought like a chicken shit heel. The only time he ever looked like a chicken shit heel was against Edge because Edge was a crazy son of a bitch, and that was the story they were telling. So there's there's a lot that I'm excited for this man. Um, and I think that we should really be careful, all of us. I think WWE should really be careful with like how they book this guy, that they get the correct reactions from the crowd, and then that leads me to the crowd. The crowd needs to be in the right format. Don't be listening to these hecklers. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you this: the moment I lost respect for the WWE universe was this moment in 2017. It was during WrestleMania season. Seth Rollins got injured. He had to cut a promo, a heartwarming promo about how he won't make it to WrestleMania 33 if he's not well by then. And the crowd chanted CM Punk. That was the moment I knew that this crowd fucking sucks. And then that's when I realized that we need to grow up. And luckily, based on WrestleMania 38, it looks like not 38, 37. That main event, Roman, Edge, and Bryan, it looks like we kind of got an idea of how like the crowd wants. Like it looks like kayfabe is back because they cheered and booed the correct people at WrestleMania 37, and even the other matches. Bianca got the babyface reaction. Sasha got the heel reaction. Roman got booed out of respect. Edge got a massive babyface push. People chanted yes, but they also were not as behind as they were with Edge because Daniel Bryan really had no point in being in that match. There's a whole debate about that. But yeah, that's how I feel. I think Gable Steveson, please do not ruin this man. This man has a lot of potential. He could draw eyes just by being himself. So I recommend you to really give this man a shot. And I'm talking to everybody, WWE and its fans. You guys take it easy. It's me, the AOLE double X Prince. Sorry. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And until then, I'm out.